Okay folks, so we're now actually in the Tate Modern. We're actually in the Turbine Hall. And like I say, I've just been watching some videos about it. You should have seen this place when it was still full of machinery and the turbines. That's why it was called the Turbine Hall, of course. Look at the old big cranes up there. See, those big cranes at one time lifted the heavy machinery around. You know, when they had to maybe change out a new, I don't know, dynamo or something, or whatever the hell you have. I don't know, I'm just making guesses, I have no idea. But I presume to move heavy machinery around at some point, I would imagine. So, yeah. Amazing, isn't it? Look at the size of that thing. I wonder what kind of weight capacity it had. Can't see it on there, you see. Usually they say, don't they, they sort of write the sort of weight capacity on it, but you know, I've no idea off the top of my head. But yeah, so this, like I said, this was the Turbine Hall. This was actually what housed the machinery that generated the electricity, because obviously at one point the Tate Modern used to be a power station, and apparently they started this in 91, I think it was. It was either 1990 or 91. Can't quite remember off the top of my head, but it opened in 2000 anyway, I think. I might be slightly wrong there. So, because like I said, I was watching a load of stuff on online there, on their own website actually, on Tate Modern's website. I was watching a load of videos all about, you know, this place, and you know, it's amazing. You should have seen it. You should see the old photographs of this place. You know, when it was what's the name, like when it was full of machinery, like I say, and stuff. The photographs are awesome. They're really, really amazing. But anyway, there we go. You see, it's a huge, amazing space. It's very, quite, I don't know, there's just something about walking around this space. It's quite awesome. And as you can see, like I say, from one of my last videos that you might have seen, this installation is still here. This is something about growing things, about plants and stuff or something. I'm not sure exactly, because I must admit, doesn't take my interest that much, to be quite honest. I'll tell you what does actually interest me is all the framework that it's built on. That fascinates me because of all the shapes it creates. And like I say, I'm very big into shapes, shape and form and what have you. I don't know why. And patterns. I love patterns and shape. Those things just really float my boat for some reason. I couldn't tell you exactly why that is, but it just is. So the framework, I enjoyed the framework, you know. The framework's cool. I love the framework. I'm not really interested in what it's displaying, but that's just me, you know. Each to their own, innit? You know what I mean? We can't all like stuff, can we? Do you know what I mean? We can't all like the same thing. It'd be really boring, wouldn't it? Anyway, so right, I'm just trying to think now which way we're going to go. Might go upstairs yet. So yeah, I can't wait till it opens, man. I'm seriously looking forward to the day the new part opens, man. Honest to God. Oh man, I wait with eager anticipation as a child would wait for Christmas Day. And I tell you. And of course, you see, one of the entrances eventually will be through this way. There's a couple of them. There's one upstairs as well, and there's a new bridge that they've built on one of the other upper floors. But that, I believe, will be one of the entrances in there. But that also used to be the entrance to the... Oh wow, I can see the top of the... Oh, this is where that staircase thing's going to be, I think. Oh wow, because they were showing this like staircase thing. You know, like I say, a representation of what it would look like when it's finished. And it's like a flowing staircase thing that comes down. It looks really, really cool. Because I think they've changed all of that in there as well. They've changed all the thing in there. Because they were the oil tanks, the original oil tanks for the power station originally. And they used to do stuff in there where they had it open for a little while before they started building the new bit. because I went in there several times. I actually danced in there several times and got filmed dancing several times in there as well, funny enough. So anyway, yeah, like I say, being in there, when you go around the oil tanks, the old oil tanks, now I don't know if it'll be the same now, because now that they've changed it around, they've done whatever they're doing to it, but presumably if they've changed it, it might not have that same, because it's the smell. You could smell the oil, because obviously for years and years and years, God knows how many years, I don't know, since the 1950s I think this thing was built, not too sure off the top of my head, maybe late 40s, early 50s, something like that. And all them years, up until about 19, I don't know, what would it, late 80s or something like that, before it shut down or something. And you know, the thing is that, like, all those years of oil being put in them tanks and sitting in them tanks or whatever, you could smell it. You could smell it. You walked in there and you could smell oil, you know, really thick, pungent smell of oil. Even years after they've cleaned it and all the rest of it and done whatever they've done. So it'd be interesting to see if it's still, you know, if that smell lingers still. I wonder. It'd be fascinating to find out. So can't wait to go in there, man. I can't wait. Right, I'm going to stop the video in a minute, because I'm going to have a little wander upstairs. But also, I wanted to watch the time-lapse thing again, because the time-lapse is actually on the little screen up there. Actually, you can actually see it now. Yeah, it's the same one as well. It's the same video that was on their website, and it's like taken over a year's period of a year, 2014, I believe. And it shows you the progress that they make within that year, and it's a time-lapse thing, like I said, a time-lapse video thing, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Right, okay, gonna leave it there for now. Catch you guys later. Bye for now.